because everyone, this is probably the perfect day, guys, that I don't know, we're in the GTA, all three of us, I know, somehow, whether it's right or left, east or west. And we're gonna get snow. It started here today. Tomorrow's a big storm, the weekend. So this is so fitting for 2024, our first Club Med live webinar with two of my favorites, if I can say, and our Spoiled Agent family favorites as well. And I can tell you, I know me and Kelly both have our 45 shirts because we both
Yes.
went to Club Med this summer, not together, but we went this summer. Tyler's got his.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's
Sam's got
got
hers
hers.
on.
I got my La Rosière shirt on. I don't know if you can see the back. Do you see the back?
Yep, we can. Looks good. Wow. So I know I would love to be, and as Canadians, we really embrace the winter. I know Tyler does with his family snowboarding, and Sam, you're all over the place too. And you've been to the Alps. And so I can, speak that as Canadians, we really embrace winter. So this is what it's all about today. We're going to learn all about everything ski, all-inclusive ski, a little bit about also your new TA booking engine as well.
Yes.
And,
How to
if I
book
can
ski specifically in the
say that
booking
again.
engine. How to book ski specifically in our Club Med TA booking engine.
And if it's okay, guys, if I can just say a little personal story really quickly, not to take too much of your floor, but I just gave a little sound bite that I was just in Club Med Charlevoix this summer with my husband, and we're all in the travel industry and we all have pretty high expectations, right? Right.
Yeah, I'd say.
And this was my first Club Med experience, hence my 45 shirt. And I will tell you, it blew us away. It was amazing. It's an all year round resort. We went in July. I know it caters to, of course, the winter times right now, but we did the mountain biking. We did we had to go for our class, and the equipment was like next level, right? And
Mhm.
usually when you're at these all inclusives, you get not next level sometimes, but I can tell you, my husband's like, I want to go get those mountain bikes. And he was Googling on the way home. They were $5,600 a bike that we were learning on.
Yes,
So,
they're expensive. The equipment that we have, they're top of the line equipment. I'm so happy you guys got to experience it
oh,
because honestly, we're one of a kind when it comes to that. So, yay!
and I'm just
Glad
talking,
you
of
were
course,
there.
the summertime we went, but I know they have winter. And when we were done our lesson and we did the Tutti Frutti Trail because we were learners, but we did really well. They had a charcuterie board waiting for us. The bar was open. Like it was full service and it was spectacular, if I can honestly just say. So kudos to you guys. The branding is fantastic and you guys are definitely next level. So if you guys on here joining us have not been to Club Med or you're not a specialist, you're going to learn all about that today and you're missing out for sure. So, but in saying that, like I said, we're going to talk all about all-inclusive ski experience, how they can book it. And you guys are giving away a really good prize to kick things off with 2024. Tyler, do you want to say what it is?
It's 36,000 points, which converts into 6 nights. Not a bad prize, I think.
Not a
Round of
bad prize. And
applause.
it
Round
gets
of
you guys
applause.
started.
Woohoo.
Billy's
So
excited.
one lucky spoiled agent's going to win. So guys, I know you're joining us on Facebook. We have quite a few here already. If you're joining us on Facebook, please put your email address in the comments. If you're joining us here on Zoom, we've already got you registered. We do not need your email. We know who you are. And there's going to be a random at the end, of course. And Sam and Tyler will get back to you guys with the winner's name and we'll do the follow-up email in a couple of days. How's that sound, guys?
Sounds
Perfect.
good.
And what we're going to
Good
do
luck,
is if
everyone.
anyone has any questions, please put them in the Q&A box, not in the chat. The chat we're going to leave for that. We're going to put some links in, some contacts. And I know Tyler's going to take a look at the chat as well for you guys. And just in case anyone doesn't know everyone, but I'm sure they do, right? Our friend Tyler and our friend Sam from Club Med. And I know, I guess what, in the last 7 months or so, Sam, there's been some role changes. Do you guys maybe want to tell us what that is?
Yeah, so we've had a couple role changes that have happened, but the biggest thing to also point out is that our team has grown. And that's a huge thing, especially for English Canada, is because of you guys who have brought in amazing sales, amazing inquiry, you're looking to learn more about the product, get on our fam trips, sell this to all of your clients, we needed to expand the team. So we brought on Tyler. So he's based here in Ontario, but does look after New Business Ontario and the Maritimes. We never had a BDM in the Maritimes before, so Tyler is your man. And I'll let Tyler talk afterwards, but I'll tell you a little bit more about who else we brought onto the team. We also brought on Debbie Miller. She is our new meeting and events business development manager, also based here in Ontario. So anything that you need that's groups related goes directly to Debbie. And I promise you guys, if you work with Debbie, you will be laughing the whole time. She is fire. This girl is queen. Like, we love her. So amazing team we have here in Ontario, an amazing team we have all over Canada. Remember, we also have 2 BDMs in Quebec. We have Ariane and Andre as well, our sales director, Jacinda. And then we're going to have some changes on our inside sales team over the next few weeks too. If you guys have been booking us for a while, you may have come across a few emails from Veronique. She's been with the company for over 30 years, and she did take her retirement at the end of December. So we send her big congratulations. She has a new granddaughter, so she's going to focus on that. So you have the whole team here that's going to be helping you with any sort of inside sales inquiry as well. And we'll send some more out about that. For me, I am now Key Accounts Ontario and still look after Western Canada. But I'm going to let Tyler kind of give his plug there about who he is and what he's all about.
Who I am and what I'm I am Tyler. That is who I am. I've come on. Me and Sam have known each other for a very long time. We worked together back in the olden days at Flight Center, started together the same day. We've tried to lose each other, but we just keep coming back together. So I was very happy to join Club Med with Sam, and I've been here since August now. So very quickly getting to know all the properties, all the different experiences, seeing everything. I'm taking over the majority of Ontario. As Sam says, she has key accounts. So bricks and mortar, you're probably going to see me pretty frequently. You'll also see me at the majority of the events that we're hosting or that Susan's hosting. If you guys want to go bowling, I'm probably hanging out there in a bowling shirt. And then I also have the Maritimes, so I will be covering all of the Maritime provinces. I was just out there in November and did a crazy road trip from one side to the other. But yeah, for everything bricks and mortar, feel free to come to me. I'm always around, and you guys can find my contact details right on the Spoiled Agent website or on our CMTA, our Club Med Travel Agent site.
Awesome. 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 And you're a great addition, Tyler. We're so happy you're part of the family for sure. All of our families. So welcome. Well, guys, without further ado, I'm going to let you take over here. I'll be in the background, of course. Just a reminder, again, if you have questions, please put them in the Q&A box. And we're going to learn everything's all exciting about skiing and booking and everything you guys need to know today about Club Med. So you're all going to want one of these shirts by the end, for sure.
You know what? Why don't we throw in a shirt today too? We'll throw in a shirt today as well. Get you guys ready for your next Club Med. We'll give that the person who's going to win the 36,000 points. You get one prize. We'll do a second person that gets a Club Med t-shirt as well.
Oh my goodness.
So 2 prizes today.
Why aren't you guys glad I said it?
Sam's feeling generous this year.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Okay, I'll let you guys get to it. And thank you again for joining us. And I'll meet you at the end.
All right, we're going to get started here. Let me just go ahead, share my screen. Sharing sound, we're good to go. All right, so let's rock and roll. I'm going to be doing the majority of the presentation today. Tyler will be jumping in as well. Again, if you do have questions, please type them into the Q&A box, and then Tyler's your man there who's going to be answering them as we go through. But today is all about skiing at our mountain resorts and really that all-around winter mountain vacation. So if you don't have our contact information, take a screenshot of this page. You can contact us either by email, by phone. If you do have us on Facebook, we are there, but please try and utilize our email and phone numbers as much as you can, rather than sending us direct messages, okay? So the reason why we also wanted to talk about ski today is because we have our ski pre-sale that's coming soon, and we need you guys prepped for this. We're doing this early to make sure that you have all the proper tools that you need to be able to sell this to your clients and to be able to sell it fast. There is a very, very short selling window for this pre-sale. So your selling window is just over 2 weeks. So that means as soon as the pricing and availability is out, you need to get your clients booked. We will have more information about this over the next couple of weeks, and we will be posting more about the procedure and how to go ahead with your pre-registration process. This is going to happen from February 12th until March 3rd. So make sure that you are on our Facebook page and on our mailing lists, just so you have all the up-to-date information. Screenshot this page. I will have it again at the end of the presentation, but these are the dates that you need to know and put them in your calendars when it comes to selling for our ski early booking sales. This goes for all of our Alps properties, for Quebec Charlevoix, and for Japan.
And that is for the 24-25 season.
Yes.
So let's make sure everyone is aware that those will fill up fast. And as soon as our window closes, that means it opens up to the world. So we're getting an advanced look at being able to book these properties before France, before Brazil, other really large countries come in and start taking all these properties out of our hands. So this is going to be really important for everybody.
And we'll give you guys a bit of a number here. So France and Brazil are our biggest ski resellers. Last year, Brazil generated for the 2024 ski season 8.4 million euros in land sales in 3 days. So this is why we need you to go ahead and start looking for your clients who want to take advantage of this ski product. All right. Where in the world are we? Where can you find these ski resorts? So this gives you a nice overview of where all of our Alps ski properties are. So majority of these are going to be in the French Alps. You also have a property in the Swiss Alps, one in the Italian Alps. We have Quebec Charlevoix, and then of course our Asian resorts. So 2 in China. And then as of this December, we actually opened up a 4th property in Japan. So we now have 4 properties on the North Island of Japan that Tyler is just itching to go to.
They call it Japan.
Japan. I was going to say Japan is known for the fresh powder snow. It also has this like really cool effect on the trees when you're going through there, where it gives this like icy effect. But it's a totally different realm when you're skiing in Asia. This map is going to be available for you on Club Med TA along with other sales tools as well. So make sure that you're posting these on your social channels or within any of your newsletters that you send out to your database. So just a bit more about what's included. So you guys know our all-inclusive plan. So we're not going to get into that, but keep in mind that with the skiing, what makes it different is that your lift passes and your lessons are included. And this is a massive value when you're comparing it to other ski resorts in Western Canada or the USA, something in Eastern Canada, or even in the States. It's a big cost. And if we're looking at something like a family of 4 who's going to Whistler, for example, for a weekend, how much are they paying per day, per person, per pass? So Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's $300 Canadian a day now to ski in Whistler. $250 to $300 roughly.
It ranges anywhere from $175 to $300 per day per person. So depending on what season you're there for, it can get very, very expensive.
So this is why we're saying don't let that price of the all-inclusive plan give you sticker shock in the beginning. You have to break down what is actually going to be there and included for the client. The lessons are also a huge portion of this. We have lessons every day from Monday to Friday, starting all the way from a beginner who's never done skiing or snowboarding before to experts. If you just need a guide who's going to bring you around in and around the Alps. And you know what? You're going to want this because some of these ski domains are anywhere from 200 to 400 kilometers of terrain. So you're likely going to get lost if you go by yourself, and make sure that you are signing up with one of those guides. We max out at 12 people per group. If you also are traveling with children, your kids will have their own ski lessons as well when they're part of the kids clubs. Another great aspect about this is that we're in some of the best areas in the world, and majority of our properties are ski in, ski out, meaning that you're right there on the hills. You are within 100 meters, I'd say, of the first lift, and then you go from there.
Yeah. And as someone that just tried to teach their kids snowboarding, it's not easy. I just had my kids at Horseshoe Valley this weekend, just on a little hill trying to get them going. And it was 3 hours of pushing and pulling, and you're exhausted. And I brought up my snowboard both days. I got on it for maybe 6 minutes. So it's nice to have the ESF teachers actually come take your kids, professionals who do this every day. And it's crazy because by the end of the week, you'll be skiing with them.
And that's the other important part here, is that our instructors are part of the ESF. So the French ski schools, they're dressed in all red. You can't miss them. These guys will do everything to help you feel comfortable and trust yourself when you're on the slopes. I did not trust myself the first time that I was in the Alps. I was horribly afraid. And I also didn't realize what I was doing wrong what I was doing wrong. Essentially, everything I was doing wrong was making my day worse. The number one thing that they taught me last year was how I was standing in my ski boots. So they just told me to stand a bit differently. All my pain was gone. So it's those small tweaks that are going to make their whole experience a lot better. So this gives you an idea of what a ski day will typically look like. So once again, the lessons are from Monday to Friday. We recommend that you always do the morning lesson, and then in the afternoons, you can kind of go on your own and do your own thing, or you can decide to do any sort of wellness activities, even snowshoeing, for example. You can go into town, you can do something a bit different, or ski or snowboard the whole day. Easy arrival. This is very cool. This is something that we are known for. We actually send out an easy arrival form 20 days prior to your client's arrival. This will come directly to you, or if you put your client's email address in, it'll go to them. But basically what they can do on here is put all of their information in that's required for their ski equipment. So their height, their age, their weight, what sort of level of equipment they're looking for. And we'll show you more about that later. You can also go ahead and pre-register for any of the lessons and also put their level in there as well. And they'll be slotted in to whatever the best group is for them, as well as any sort of childcare. So if they want to pre-register for the kids clubs, this is where they're going to do it. When it comes to the ski and snowboard equipment, you need to ask them specific questions, guys. This is very important to do. We have different equipment that ranges from more of your beginner, mid-range equipment all the way to performance and prestige, okay? So ask them what they're exactly looking for, and then we can find them that right equipment. We have Rossignol equipment across all of our properties, and it's changed annually. And also the great thing, and something that Tyler loves, he talks about it all the time, is the ski lockers. This is massive. Your equipment, when you do the easy arrival, is going to be right in your ski locker as soon as you arrive at the resort, and that's going to open up with your key cards. So remember that everybody who's traveling to Club Med, they're going to have their key cards. That is what their ski locker is going to open with. But I'm going to show you guys a quick video. This is actually, her name is Jessica. She used to be one of our GOs. This video is a couple of years old, but it gives you an idea of the all-around ski program. And you really kind of get a sense of what skiing and snowboarding at Club Med is all about, with a couple laughs here in between with Jessica. So let's check that out. And I hope this works. One sec here.
It's been quite the learning curve for this girl this year. I went from knowing about this to learning about this to talking about this. Club Med, how many vacations do you have? Resorts. It's a Club Med thing. They have them in Europe, in Asia, and soon in North America. Yay! Sorry, I tend to get excited about that one. So why are ski resorts so popular? First, because of the places they're in. You're basically skiing in some of the most beautiful locations in the world, and the resorts are right on the mountain, which makes it so much easier. Once you're checked in, you don't have to go anywhere. Everything is where you are. Second, there's the ski pass. It's included in your package. This means you can ski all day, every day. You can spend all of your time on the mountain, except you can't sleep there. That would be weird and cold. Don't do it. Then there's the lessons. They're included too, for adult and child. And they have every level available, from I've never skied before and I'm terrified, to I'm a pro. Another awesome advantage. Okay, I know I keep mentioning skiing, but know that you can also snowboard and snowshoe. And finally, the number one reason why ski resorts are just so wow, it's just so easy. When you reserve your Club Med vacation, you receive an invitation to sign up through the Easy Arrival service. You fill out some information, and the Club Med team can determine the equipment you'll need as well as the lessons you should be signed up for. If you have children, you can fill out their ski information too, and you can sign them up for Mini Club while you're at it. That way, when you arrive in the resort, you'll have practically nothing left to do. Well, except be on vacation, of course. When you arrive, there will be a locker waiting for you with your equipment all set and ready to go. If you need to adjust the equipment or exchange it for another size, you can just head to the ski shop. And if you're worried about the hassle of dressing the kids every morning, don't be. Our Geo team takes care of it for you, except adults need to dress themselves. Yeah, sorry about that.
So what did we think of that? I mean, that's pretty cool. I like Jessica so much. She really knows how to explain the product, but really just about the Club Med spirit as well. So she was an ex-GO, as mentioned before. Some of you Quebecers may actually see her on Global News. She's actually the weather girl now on Global News, but she really embodies what Club Med is all about. So now let's get into the product. So we're not going to go over every single resort because we will be here for hours, but we want to highlight some of the main properties that we feel would be great sellers for you guys in the French and Italian Alps. So we're going to start off with Club Med La Rosière in France. This is one of our favorites. It's one of our newest properties as well. We recently added a exclusive collection section here too, which is more apartment style family and couple suites. The cool thing about this property is that it's right in the Tarente Valley on the border between France and Italy. So some people who are on this call currently have been with me to La Rosière last year, and they can absolutely vouch for the amazing time that we had. And I think a lot of people had an aha moment with, oh my God, this is what a Club Med ski vacation is all about. This resort is really geared towards families. There is a ton of different terrain here, so you can go all the way from very beginner skiing and snowboarding all the way until expert. So some of the must-try experiences to enjoy here, if you are looking for some of the main peaks or the more famous peaks, we are located right next to Mont Blanc. So you're not skiing Mont Blanc, but you can see it from all of the lifts when you get to the top of the mountain. Like I said, you're gliding without borders here, so you go between France and Italy. We had a lot of people ski in France during the day and then went over to Italy in the afternoon. They would stop in Italy, have lunch, fresh pasta, beer, wine, whatnot, spend like 15 euros and come back. It's all about the gastronomy here too. That Savoyard cuisine is amazing. So anything from meats to cheeses, raclette, fondue is also a big hit over here. Just outside of the resort, there's actually the La Rosière igloo. So it is a full igloo that you can go and have dinner at. You can do the fondue dinners with meat, with cheese, with bread. And you go in there and it's about -3 when you're in there the whole time. Champagne at the end. And then they also do après-ski activities there too. So this gives you a nice overview of the village that we are in. So the resort is actually at the top over here. So we do have a bus that runs every 30 minutes to take you from the village up into the center of the town. You can walk down, but it is quite windy. So we do recommend that you are taking our bus that we include. So why should you be choosing La Rosière? International ski area. Number 1, your lift pass will allow you to ski both of the ski domains. The location of this property as well, right in the Tarentaise Valley, you're 2.5 hours from Lyon and 2 hours and 45 minutes from Geneva. Lyon and Geneva are going to be your main airport arrival points with any of our French ski properties. Your weather here and the days of sunshine that you get. Because of where it's located and the altitude, you do have more sunny days than you don't. We'll look at some of the rooms here. Now, keep in mind with our rooms across all the properties, your lead-ins are always going to be superiors. Then we go up to deluxe and then your suites in the exclusive collection. With the superior rooms, these will also come as interconnecting and 2-bedroom family suites, or pardon me, 2-bedroom family superior rooms. Bear in mind that when you are booking any of your clients in the Alps, make sure that in the room titles and the description that it says balcony. If it doesn't say balcony, that room doesn't have a balcony. And we've run into some challenges where clients have expected a balcony and they don't get it. So make sure that you are reading those descriptions properly. We'll go one up to the deluxe rooms, larger square footage, again available in connecting and family rooms. These ones will have more amenities, so bathrobes, slippers, different bathroom amenities, and also your mini fridge is restocked on request. And then the brand new exclusive collection. So these will be family suites and couple suites. The exclusive collection will be in its own separate building, connected to the main part of the resort by an underground tunnel. So it's pretty cool how they built that. If you're staying here, you have access to your own lounge. There's going to be whirlpools here just for the exclusive collection. But then for all the dining, you're going to come back to the main part of La Rosière. Here is your main restaurant. This is your gourmet marketplace style. The menu changes daily, so don't worry. You're not going to have the same thing twice. And then your gourmet lounge where you can go throughout the day for some snacks. We've sat out on that terrace many times for drinks and charcuterie boards. And then in the evenings, you can come back and have a full a la carte dinner, and you will need reservations to eat in the gourmet lounge. You have your reception area, which also houses our main bar and theater. This area is actually quite large. This only shows you a small part of it. And then your central staircase that brings you to all the different levels from your buffet to the gourmet lounge. And then downstairs, you have your wellness center where you have your gym, your spa, the spinning classes, and your pools. And there's a shot of the pool. And then we'll move on to something that's a little bit more adult oriented. So we have Club Med Val Thorens. This is a playground for adults. It is not an adults only property, but it is geared towards adults only. There are no kids clubs here. We do find that families who have teens that are a bit older, they do okay here. There are a ton of activities in the resort and outside of the resort that not only focus on the skiing and snowboarding, but also that après-ski concept. So if your clients are looking for something that's way more energetic. They like that electronic music. They want to get out. They want to see DJs. They want to go to the bars that are within that ski village. Sell Val Thorens with confidence. We have an indoor climbing wall here, as well as you can take the lifts right up for panoramic views. And then that festive return from ski, that is your après-ski scene. Here is the outside of the property. Again, fully ski in, ski out. Be sure to check again if your rooms have balconies. This one, majority, they do. Here are your superior rooms, very Nordic style. You have the wood features, you have views of the mountains no matter where you are, and then we go up straight into the suites. Now keep in mind, this doesn't have an exclusive collection, but we do have suites at this resort. These are 1-bedroom suites made for couples. Your main restaurant, and then your bar lounge where you can go ahead and try some of the French wines from the area. We highly recommend doing this. Make sure that if your clients want to try something a bit different, there are wine tastings that they can go ahead and book. Totally recommend it. And then, of course, your Club Med Spa. This is perfect. After a day of falling for Sam, this is where she needs to go. Okay. Now let's look at something that's a bit more on that luxury scale. So in the past, if you've been selling Club Med for a while, you would have known that Club Med Val d'Isère was a 4-trident core village. We completely redid this property. It is now part of our exclusive collection. It is the only exclusive collection resort that we have in the French Alps currently. We are expanding this collection. But for Val d'Isère, because it is so expensive to actually expand the footprint of the village itself, we actually went ahead and we worked with what we already had. So that meant reconstructing all of the rooms that we have on site. So we reconstructed deluxe rooms into now family suites. We totally redid our suites. We redid the main areas, the terraces, the restaurants. Everything was completely gutted and redone. This area itself of Val d'Isère is for that shishi, more rich and famous style type of client, I will say. And you've probably heard me say this joke in the past, but when we were there last year, a week later, one of my favorite Formula One drivers stayed there, and I missed the opportunity of meeting my new husband. So I'm going to try again this year. So this is an area where if you want to kind of bump shoulders with somebody well-known, this is where you may find them. But all fun aside for a sec, it is one of the best-known ski areas in the French Alps. So the chairlift here, I'm not going to even try to pronounce the name because I'm going to butcher it. But Tyler and I, we were looking at this yesterday, and so I have been here for a site inspection, but we never actually got to go on the chairlift. This is a peak-to-peak chairlift. It is considered one of the most exhilarating chairlifts in the world.
Terrifying was the word.
Scariest? Terrifying? So it's not for the faint of heart, but for your clients who are that more intermediate to expert skier, they're going to be fine with this. Beginners may need to stay on the easier runs. We'll keep them there.
Just so everyone knows, this is not the main chairlift. This is a secondary chairlift. If you want, people will literally come to this ski domain just to get on this lift. They call it the roller coaster of the Alps. Like I've snowboarded for probably close to 20 years now, and you would not find me on this thing. But for those that would like to do it, go for it. I've been kicked off a cliff and bungee jumped and all that stuff. This one's not for me.
But for those who want to see it and who want to be able to go from peak to peak, that is for them. The cool thing about this too, if you're staying in Val d'Isère, Ting is actually on the other side of the mountain, and we have a resort there too. So you get to ski both domains, and if you are staying in the exclusive collection with Val d'Isère, you can go over to Ting and use their facilities, and vice versa. If you're in Ting exclusive collection, you can come over to Val d'Isère for lunch, let's say. So here is the village, just gives you a nice outside look. We have tons of outdoor spaces here. All the rooms here have balconies. You have your main terrace that all the après-ski activities happen from. We had mussels there last year. There's barbecues. You have Aperol spritzes. DJs are playing. Like, it is a vibe to be out on this terrace. Here are your deluxe rooms. These have a very chalet feel to them, and they are available as just your one room deluxe room, or these go into family suites. And then we have our exclusive collection, which will have pardon me, not exclusive collection. We have our family suites that are 2 bedrooms, where parents have their own, kids have their own, and then some of those rooms will actually accommodate up to 6 people in them. So make sure that you're reading those room descriptions. Here is your gourmet lounge. Again, same concept, a la carte. You do need reservations here. Highly recommend this. If you are a groups booker, this is also an area that you can book just for groups. It's a beautiful area for weddings too. There's a nice lounge area as soon as you walk in. That's a bit like a speakeasy. You walk downstairs into our basement level, not a basement level, but the lower level. And then you have this super dark, very sexy room when you first walk in. And you have your champagne in there, you have charcuterie boards, and you're sitting and you're waiting. And then you go into this beautiful dining room where the bottom opens up and you have full views of the mountain. So you have like the darker speakeasy side, and then you have your restaurant side. Your main restaurant is going to be that gourmet marketplace again, but this is outstanding. You have everything from pasta stations. You have actually a cheese fridge here where you can choose which cheeses you want and they cut it for you fresh. You can then put your toppings on it, and the chef who's behind that cheese counter will say to you, okay, if you're getting I don't know, a Beaufort cheese that's from France, this is the type of nut you want to put on it. You may want to put this jam. You may want to put this savory item. So they tell you exactly what pairs well. Same thing goes with all of the charcuterie stations. You have your meat stations. Anything you can think of, you have that station there. Here is your main interior pool. And in the summertime, this opens right up into the terrace. Now we'll hop over to the other side of the ski domain where you have Ting. Again, if you've been selling us a while, you're thinking, well, like, you already had a Club Med Ting property. We did. It was condemned. It was closed. It was very old. We got rid of it. And then we completely rebuilt on the other side of that Ting Val Claret village. Ground up, we have the brand new Club Med Ting. This is a great option for skiers, but really for snowboarders. You don't have as many flats over here, so snowboarders have a bit of an easier time. Otherwise, you snowboarders, you need a skier friend to pull you along with some of the flats in France. Very great for families. We also find that there's more teenagers that visit this property, as well as just adults looking for their own vacation away. We see a lot of groups here. We also see a lot of people who want to get off site and do some sort of shopping in the area. There's bars in the area. There's clubs. The après-ski scene is very big here too. But there's also other things you can do in the Ting area, from dog sledding to snowshoeing to cross-country skiing, skating. It's quite a big town that you're in, and it's set up in different levels based on the altitude. We also have an exclusive collection space here. It has 25 suites located on the top 3 levels of the village itself. There's only 4 couple suites here, and the rest are family suites. So if you are looking to have only 2 people stay in the exclusive collection and they want that couple suite, book it quickly because they go fast. When you are staying in our exclusive collection as well, you do have your own dedicated ski room where you have your own lockers. They're a little bit bigger. You have your own coffee stations, your own bar. That is solely dedicated for you. Just a few of the different experiences to enjoy here. They're a little bit different. I want Tyler to talk about the warm reunion because I like how he put this yesterday.
Yeah, for me, so like I said, I was snowboarding this weekend with my kids. I was standing in the parking lot at Horseshoe Valley in my base layer outside of my truck, trying to get my snow pants on and my boots on. And my boots were freezing because they were in the back of my truck for the 2-hour drive that we're up there. At Club Med, we do things differently. So if you're in a deluxe family room or if you're in a standard room, you're going to get a locker that's sized for the amount of people that are going with you. So whether that's 4 people or 2 people, when you open this locker up, there is a boot rack, which doesn't sound like much, but when you put your boot on, it locks into place. It turns on a heater. It's like putting your foot into an oven every morning rather than an ice block. And it's just, as a snowboarder, especially when I'm on my toes all day, you want a warm boot. You want this nice space to just get ready. And as Sam mentioned before, generally speaking, all of our resorts are going to be meters from the hill. You literally walk out of this room, you're probably in the terrace area, and then you're 100 meters to your next lift. And it's very, very easy. So it's a lot better than getting ready in the parking lot.
100%. Totally, totally, totally. Now, in the Ting area, you have this part of the mountain that's called the Pierce Needle. Again, for the more expert skier to go up there and be able to ski through it and down from here as well. Here are your deluxe rooms. Ting is very cool in the sense where you have the superior rooms, the deluxe rooms, and the exclusive collection. Every single one of these categories, again, will be available as family suites, and they all have balconies. Here is your main bar area. We also have our theater that's set up here. So this is where you're going to do crazy signs every night. We have our show happening. We've had champagne showers in here a couple of times. You have your terrace that is connected to this too, where all the après-ski activities go on. This resort is a lot of fun. The Solstice, this is your gourmet lounge. Again, that same concept where a la carte and reservations required. And then Laval Claret is your main gourmet buffet with both indoor and outdoor seating. Now, we also did want to highlight Pragelato that's in Italy. Currently, we only have the one resort in the Italian Alps. Keep your eyes peeled on this because we are going to be opening up a second property in the Italian Alps. Currently, we are calling it Club Med San Sicario. We don't have a date for it yet, but it is on the map to open up to have that second resort in the Italian Alps. This resort is a bit more laid back. It is more of a village style where it feels like you are in an old Savoyard ski village. Would you say, Tyler? Do you explain the village concept if you don't like how I did it?
You're just throwing random French words in there now.
No.
The nice thing with Club Med in general, especially in the Alps, is as we're going through this presentation, you can see every village has its own feel. Pragelato is known as more of an alpine village, an old school ski chalet type of vibe.
There we go. Thank you.
So yeah, exactly. So once you're in the rooms, you'll see as we go through here, it's much more individual where everything else is kind of connected. You don't necessarily walk outside to go to the main restaurant where at Pragelato you do. This resort also is not exactly directly ski out. You can see how close it is to the main run, but you do have to walk across the street to get to the main run. But other than that, it is a beautiful old school vintage ski resort, and the rooms are really, really nice, as you'll see as we come through here.
We do have some renovations that are planned here at Pragelato over the next season as well. We have done some in the main areas. This is also an Olympic skiing area. You can do a lot of other activities here too. So there are the dog sleds. There are, it's actually winter polo where they have the horses that do the polo outside. You have that happening here. And then of course the après-ski scene, but it is a little bit more laid back on the Italian side. Here are your superior rooms. We do have deluxe rooms on site as well, and your family suites. Your main indoor pool, and in the summertime, this resort will actually have an outdoor pool as well. And then here's the newly renovated La Trattoria, which is our main restaurant right in the heart of the village. So we're going to move from the product, and just remember, guys, that this was only a snapshot of the product that we have with our ski resorts. There are so many others. Please make sure that you are asking your clients the right qualifying questions. What altitude do they want? What's their level when it comes to skiing and snowboarding? Do they want to be near a village to be able to go out into said village to be able to see something else in the area? Or are they okay with being fully high altitude and then making their way down on their own? Do they want a car rental? Do they want certain activities and excursions that are an easy access? Please don't ask the question of what is your best ski resort. We can't answer that for you. Every single one is different and every single one caters to a certain clientele. We will point you in the right direction of which ones you should be offering, taking into consideration what your client's expectations are. So that's going to move us into how to book. This is a harder sale. This is not like you're booking a sun resort. It is not like you're booking a just standard all-inclusive. it is going to be a harder sale when it comes to converting the client. It is not a harder sale when it comes to the actual booking process. So, number one, get signed up on Club Med Agents. The reason why we also need you signed up on here is when we do our pre-registration for our ski pre-sale, everything is going to be done on Club Med TA. We need you guys to be prepped. We need you to have your logins. We need you to make sure that the booking engine is working. If it's not, and you're not signed up, you're not going to be able to do your pre-registration. Okay, so jot that down. This is the Canadian side. This is where you're going to find all the resort information as well as the booking engine. So when you are doing your quotes, a couple of things that are going to be new in the next 2 weeks. Up in the corner here, I've highlighted for you, just at the top, your reference number, a save, and a download button. Your download button is going to be a PDF quote that you can send right to your client. The save button is going to save your quote reference. And the next couple of weeks, your quotes are actually going to be saved in your profile, and you're going to be able to go in and retrieve those quotes and retrieve the quotes and re-pull all of the inventory. We're going to send you the exact process on this once we have it. But keep that in mind, your quotes will be saved when you hit that save proposal button. They're not going to auto-save because then you're just going to have a lot of mumbo jumbo in there that you don't need. At the bottom, that is your total pricing for the amount of people that you have on your file, inclusive of air, hotel, transfers, lift tickets, and your lessons and the full all-inclusive plan. Once you click on that, you're going to get a breakdown of the pricing per person, and it's also going to show you which one of the current promos that you have on your file. As we go through the booking process, your next page is your transfer or your transportation page. Here you can see all of the information when it comes to your ground transportation. And remember, because you're booking air with us, your transfer is automatically included. Sometimes you can book a land only with ski, but your transfer cost will be through the roof. Please try and book this as a package if you can. Your airfare is also going to be listed on this page. You can go ahead and change the airline on here too. If there's a specific carrier that your clients are looking for, you can make those changes on here. Please make sure that you are expanding the information on here so you can see exactly all the flight times and you can see the baggage allowance per person. Different airlines will have different baggage allowance and inclusions for extra ski bags. So keep that in mind when you are quoting your clients. For your optional and included extras, you can go ahead and pre-book spa treatments online. Your actual inclusions, though, are your lift tickets and your lessons. That's already there for you. You don't have to add anything else. What we do recommend that you do add is the ski and snowboard equipment. Please add it on before your clients go. It is commissionable to you at 10%. Any sort of add-ons or ancillary product you put on the file before clients go, fully commissionable to you. Here's just an example of what the ski packages look like. And this is why I want you guys to ask those questions. Are they a beginner skier? Are they more leisurely? Are they looking for something that's a bit more performance, or do they want top of the line? That's going to be, of course, reflected in the pricing and in that style of ski or boards. You can also go ahead and pre-book snowshoes for them, snowboards, snowshoes, or skis. And you can either book the full package where it comes with the ski or snowboard, helmet, boots, or let's say they're bringing their own helmets and boots, you can go ahead and just book the skis. Some of the marketing and sales tools that we put on here for you to make your life a little bit easier. On Club Med TA, we have a page fully dedicated to ski. This has everything you need from all the inclusions, what makes us different. There's some videos in there for you. You also have the current offer flyers. You have comparison tools. This is great if your clients want to see the comparison of a FIT or EP plan versus an all-inclusive with us. So we have some on there for Charlevoix versus Tremblant, or Ting versus another ski resort in the Alps that is similar. On the resort pages itself, every single resort has their own dedicated page. You have a fact sheet on there that's kind of like a mini brochure. You can go ahead and send that PDF URL directly to your clients, and it outlines everything that they need to know. And the resort plan is a little bit different for our ski resorts compared to our sun resorts. This will show you a full map of that ski domain, and Tyler's going to explain a little bit more about this.
Yes, so depending on the villages that you're staying in, so if you're at La Rosière, for example, you have access to the full ski domain. When you look at this fact sheet, it shows you both the Italian side and the French side. At La Rosière, you have full access to everything. If you're looking at something like Arc Extreme, which is one of our more mature properties that we have in France, it is kind of nestled in between Val Thorens and our Arc Panorama. That resort, because of where it sits on the mountain, it's considerably lower. It is a Paradis ski domain, so they get half of the domain. So make sure if you have clients that are going specifically for ski, you want to be able to look on the fact sheet on our main page on CMTA to see exactly what is included. Generally speaking, you're always going to get the majority of the hill, but there are some properties, depending on where they sit, you might get more or less. So Val d'Isère is another option. You get the full ski domain of Ting, which is a great ski domain. So you get both options. You can ski both sides of the mountain. But just keep that in mind for your clients.
And then lastly, if you guys are in Surev, you can go ahead and quote packages for Ski Alps and for Quebec Charlevoix as a package only. I do not recommend doing this, especially for the ski presale. You cannot go ahead and quote in Surev in the presale. It has to be done through Club Med TA. But Surev is a bit glitchy. You can go and get a general idea on there, but guys, please try and move away from Surev for our ski product. Please go on over to Club Med TA. So just to finish this off here, a few tips, tricks, reminders. Don't forget that Club Med is our own tour operator. If you're looking to book Club Med, you book directly through us. We offer our ski packages for the Alps from Canada from Sunday to Sunday with a Saturday departure. If the air that you're looking for is available in GDS, we can book it. The only thing we will not book is low-cost carriers and charters. So let's say you're coming from a smaller gateway in Canada, you need to connect through Montreal or Toronto, for example. We're not going to book one of those low-cost carriers to get you out of that city to a major airport. Please only stay with the mainline carriers. Your transfers are always included when you buy air with us, and your commission is very generous, starting at 10% all the way up to 15%, depending on your agency sales. And remember, any of the ancillary product, you make 10% on those. So that is huge for you to add on to your booking. If you want to go ahead and hold product, please do it. You can hold product until 9 p.m. Eastern time that same day, if it's an air-inclusive package. If land only is available, you can go ahead and hold it for up to 48 hours. Here's this page again. We need you guys to jot this down, take a photo, have it in front of you. The ski presale is coming. Winter is coming. Make sure that you are prepped and ready for this. Tyler hates my jokes so bad, but yet somehow we've been together for 13 years. You need to have these dates, guys. If you don't have these dates and your client's prepped, you're going to be scrambling last minute when sales open. And then once that selling window is closed off for Canada, so the sale ends March 22nd, France and Brazil will open up on the 23rd. You're going to lose space and you're going to lose those better early booking rates for our ski product globally. So how do you stay in contact with us? Email, number one. So when you're signing up on our Club Med TA page, make sure that you are opting in for our emails. Number two, the Facebook group. We will post all of the updates in here, and please utilize each other in the Facebook group too. And then of course, Club Med TA when it comes to anything to do with the product itself. But before we go ahead and show our last little tidbit here, Tyler, do you have anything to add?
Thanks for everybody that's watching me cough into my hands for the last 45 minutes.
You're all right. You're all right.
I'm surviving.
We're going to finish this off with a new little marketing video that we have that'll kind of tie this off nicely.
If your only problem is to ski or après-ski. That's l'esprit libre. Club Med.
And that is it for us today. So we're happy to answer any questions.
Fantastic, you guys. Like, you got me going. I don't even ski and I want to go. Like, I'm willing to give it a try, Tyler. So we have a couple here on Facebook, if you guys don't mind. And I know Tyler did a really great job answering them on in the Q&A. So thanks for doing that. Actually, so Sue on Facebook, she has some clients that are just doing their ski lessons now, and she's talking to them about Club Med. So good on that. But she's asking, do you know how far out the dates are for bookings? So maybe they're not
For
ready.
next season?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So what's happening is you can go ahead and still book for this season. Whatever's left, you can go ahead and book. And then for the pre-sale, it's going to be for December 2024 until end of April 2025.
Okay. And one more question, which is great. Are the prices in Canadian when you book on the Club Med site?
Yes. Anytime you book on any of our Canadian portals, let that be Club Med TA through the call center or Sarev, they will all be in Canadian dollars. That includes any ancillary product you're adding on, rather than paying your clients paying in destination, whatever the local currency is.
Okay, great. And we have a question in the Q&A box. So can the extra options be added on a later date if the client doesn't insert the initial booking? So if you want to add on this, add on that, is that possible to do it after?
Yeah, it's possible to do it after, just so long as it's before departure. Try and add it on like at least minimum 5 days before departure, just because we're sending all the information down to the resorts by that week to 5 day point. So we want them to have everything in hand, ready to go when the clients check in.
Okay, perfect. Anita's got a question. I like it, actually. So where did Club Med originate from? Is it US based? Is it a Canadian company?
No, we're a French company. So we originated in France in 1950 and then kind of went on from there. Our first resort opened up in Spain, and then we really took over the world after that. So if you go ahead and read some of the history on Club Med, it's quite interesting to see like where our founder came from, what his background was. He was actually involved like within the Second World War, and I didn't even know this myself. So he's actually I won't get into it too much, but he was part of all of the negativity and whatnot going on then, and he wanted to make the world a happier place. So he went on from there, started Club Med. We had busloads of people that were going down to Spain. They were staying in huts that had no doors and just curtains. And then our currency was beads. So you were exchanging beads, but that's not the case anymore. We have doors now, locks, TVs, modern resorts, you know.
We take credit cards now.
You went from that to that. Well,
Yep, we accept credit cards.
Ariane's asking, actually, and a few people inquiring minds want to know, what F1 driver is your favorite, Sam?
Charles Leclerc. He's a little young for me though.
Who cares?
I was very upset. I cried a little. Steph, who's on this call, knows. Steph Griffin, she knows. She's very upset.
Tyler, there's a question there from Debbie in the Q&A. I'm not sure if you wanted to maybe mention it out loud for everybody.
If the sale ends March 22nd, but flights can only be booked 330 prior. So we've worked with our airline partners to make sure that we have flights available for everything. So that is why we have this specific window. We've talked to Air France, we've talked to Air Canada. So we will have flights available for it.
Okay, great. Yeah, makes sense that everything's all nice, neat package, right? Which is great for sure.
If for some reason we didn't have a flight, like let's say it was later on in the season, we can add it on once they come out, no problem. We just need you to secure that land price. That's the biggest issue, is making sure that you get the land early booking rate and you get the availability for the rooms that you want, because otherwise you're not going to get them. It's going to be just like slim pickings after France and Brazil come and take it, everything.
Do you mind sharing your screen one more time, Sam? They're asking if you can display the pre-reg info again on that slide. There we go. Perfect.
We're
And
going to
what
have more information about this. Oh, sorry, guys. 1 second. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. We'll have more information in the next few weeks. So make sure that if you're not signed up on our mailing list, reach out to me or Tyler, and we're going to sign you up.
And on Facebook.
And on Facebook, please get on our Facebook group. So just simply search Club Med, Samantha and Tyler. You'll be able to join. Please answer the questions. If you don't answer the questions, we won't accept you.
it's because you guys want to keep it strictly to travel agents. We get it. Same with us, a spoiled agent. Actually, we have just on your Facebook, if you don't mind, a little soundbite there. Guy, hello, Guy. He's our friend in Northern Ontario. Hello. I'm sure you have lots of snow there today, Guy. He wants to know for your Facebook ads that you guys post on your Facebook group. I believe I know the answer because it's a private group. He wants to know if you can make it shareable for the promos, but I guess if you can't because it's a private group, is there any way he can get a hold of your flyers so he can promote them, things like that?
He can.
Everything is on Club Med TA. Sorry, Tyler, I cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you can also just save the image on Facebook of the flyer and post it.
You
Okay.
can also add us individually, Tyler or
Mhm.
myself, and we'll usually post it on our individual Facebook pages as well. And then you can go from there and share. If you are signed up for our B2B2C marketing or B2B marketing, it's the same ads that come through that are on Facebook and then will come through to your email. So you can take any of those and really make it your own and go from there.
Okay. Anita's got a question in the Q&A. Does Club Med offer a VIP program for repeat clients?
We do. We have our great member loyalty program. So the more they booked, the more points they earn, and then the higher status they will get. So it starts at turquoise, and you can work your way up to silver, gold, and then platinum. Every single one of those membership tiers will have different perks underneath them. So let them be discounts on site, to room upgrades, to private transfers. There's a whole
Early
bunch of different
access.
ones. Pardon?
Early access to bookings.
Yeah, early access to bookings. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Platinum and gold members get early access to any of these sales that we have. And then guys, just to kind of spearhead off of that too, if you are a gold or platinum agent with us, you also get a heads up on a lot of these sales that are going on where you need to reach out to your clients who are gold and platinum. So please keep those sales coming through. Now, I will say that with the trade, we do let you know ahead of time anyways, but there are perks in being gold and platinum, both client and agent side. If
Just
you
as
are
an
a platinum
example.
agent for us, you also have the perk to upgrade your clients' rooms. So we don't want that to be something that Club Med does for them. We want the agent to be the superstar there and to say, hey, I was able to upgrade your room from a deluxe to a suite or a superior to a deluxe based on availability, of course. But guys, get up to that level. It's quite easy to get there.
Okay, great. Tyler, there's a question from Celine again about the booking, and the first one, I'm not sure if you want to table that.
Sorry, I'm just looking here. So got two questions in here. So if I add the flight after, does that mean that we have to add transfers also? So you would make the booking all at once. So if you're booking the air and hotel, you would book it as a package and transfers will always be included. If you do book land only, which honestly we just really don't recommend for the Alps at all because it is built to be a Saturday departure, arrive on a Sunday, return home on a Sunday. We heavily recommend doing it that way. If you wanted to add the air after, I actually don't believe the transfers are included. There's a bit of a discount that comes when the air is added with the flights. So you wouldn't be able to add the transfers on, it would be at an additional cost.
You can just do the land only to begin with. If for some reason the air is not available at that point, don't worry about the transfers till later. Get your air added on, make it into a package, and then your transfers are going to be included. So you don't have to worry about that additional transfer cost if it's like a year out, if you're going to be adding air on anyways.
Okay, great. I just checked in again with our friends on Facebook. You guys did a great job as usual. Really, really great presentation. And you guys have our duo, you're our Club Med duo, you two. And we really appreciate it. And don't forget, there's one lucky spoiled agent that is going to be notified. They're going to get an email from either Sam or from Tyler that they have won 36,000 Great Advisor points. So you're there. You're there. So make sure that you're a specialist, that you've done all the university, that you register everything. Like, you guys have to come on board, because this product is bar none. Like, this is next level, and the villages are all unique and different. So you don't want to miss out. You want to offer something different, not something every day.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about us too. We are a niche product. If you are offering Club Med, we almost guarantee that your clients will go again and again and again, and they're going to be part of that repeat program. They're going to be part of the Great Member Program, and then you guys will continue to see those Club Med bookings come through. And please don't forget, also, we have our referral program. So if you already have existing Club Med clients, they can go ahead and refer their friends, and then each one of them get a little bit off their next booking. But we also have a new promo for new GMs. So let's say somebody has traveled to Club Med and they want to go again. They have 90 days after their first booking to rebook their second Club Med stay, and they will get 10% off of that next booking.
Wow, that's great. That's 3 months of getting your calendar sorted out and getting on board. That's a really good timeline.
And
Well,
all of those promos are in Club Med TA. So everything is at your fingertips. You can go ahead and grab any of the details off of there and post them on any of your channels.
And just a reminder, in the chat, guys, I put both Tyler and Sam's contact and the link for you guys to visit the Spoiled Agent Supplier page for Club Med that has a specialist program, the agent rates, the video, our past webinars, things like this. Everything is all there for you that they've talked about today. So do not miss out. All right. A special thank you to our friends. You guys did a really great job. And thank you for all your support, and all the Spoiled Agents that join us on Facebook. I've got my screen over here. I got 4 screens up here today, guys. It's a busy place at Spoiled Agent. And of course, all you Spoiled Agents on Zoom, everywhere that joined us. And again, our friends Sam and Tyler at Club Med. You guys are a great partner for us. And we're so happy to join us today. And thank you for the most generous prize that you're going to offer as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure being here, and always a ton of fun. We can't wait for the next one.
Me too.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. See you in